Hello. More Slay the Spire. Yeah. War of the Necro Under. Yesterday I got pretty far with this one. I'm hoping today that I can actually close out a run with him. But we'll see how it goes. Let's get started. Hello, Surfcaster. Here, I'm considering the relics or the colorless card. I'm not a huge fan of Niao's Fury. Because it doesn't really go well with any specific builds. It's just kind of a card that exists. An extra strike and defend I think is not worth taking, so I'll do this. Every time you play 5 cards in a single turn, deal 10 damage to all enemies, or deal 7 damage, gain block equal to damage dealt. I think I'm going to take Fisticuffs simply because it is a decent card. It's better than any strike, and it also has block with it. Here I'm going to go for this shop, I guess. I'll have to do an elite here, but that's fine. I should be able to take it. Hopefully. If not, it's not too far in. I'll just... I don't know. Reset. I should have done this first, but it doesn't matter because he would not have died regardless. Alright. So, do I want to go for Doom? Sure. This does mean I'm going to need a lot of blocking cards. That store is particularly good with a Doom deck because it blocks at the same time. Or it blocks extra if you have applied Doom, which I have not. So I'm going to need to get cards that give Doom sooner or later. There we go, you are dead. Preferably sooner. Yep. No Escape is a really good Doom card. I can either heal or lose 3 max HP. I'm at full health, so healing doesn't do anything. I guess I'll upgrade a random card. Of course, it's just a strike. Which isn't very good, but whatever. This is a Doom card, so I will take it, and then I'll go ahead and remove a strike from the deck. Start clearing it out, make way for cards that go to the getter better. So the way Doom works is if they have more Doom than they have health, then at the end of their turn, not the beginning, the end of their turn, they die. Now what that means is that if they die to Doom, I have to survive that round. I have to block enough to live. Yes, account created 1 minute ago. Yeah, it's a ban. And that is this fight done. Alright. Blight Strike is another Doom card, so I take it. I think here I want to take this route up the side. So I get an upgrade here. And I think Scourge is going to be what I go for, because it's more card draw, which is important. Okay, so I have something to triple my block if I need it. I need to remember that I have that. Okay. Well, I don't need it here. And that means that I can apply extra Doom to you. Blocking. Try to make sure I don't lose any health, because any health I have to heal back is a rest site that I did not upgrade something at. I will triple my block here, that I still take nothing. Alright. Now I just need to block, which I can do, thanks to Death's Door. And you get rended, I think is the word. Another Scourge I take. Card draw is important. Transforms into a powerful relic after defeating 5 elites. I will take it. 20% more gold. I'll take it. Not the best, but not horrible either. Alright, well, what I can do here is 6 plus 7 is 13, plus 16 is 31. I could kill the guy in the front, but if I do that, I take damage, and I'd prefer not to. So instead, I'm going to kill the 2 guys in the back. I will have cards given to me. But they're not the worst status cards in the world. And then here... Shoot. I don't have very good blocking cards here. I could at least make sure that you die. And that does reduce more... Well, it doesn't. Because you don't actually die yet. So that might have been a bad decision. I do take quite a bit of damage here. And then I can kill you this turn, but I just need to block for enough. Which I think I can do. I can, yes. Very good. Another Death's Door is fantastic for me. I guess let's go for the person in the back here. I can't actually kill it. Unless I do this. I should have done the other thing, but it doesn't matter. I can still block for enough. Alright. You're attacking for 5. That I can do. The good thing about Doom is that it does go through block. So you're gonna die. And then you block like that. That's why Death's Door is so good. It is a lot of block for just 1 energy, assuming that I am able to apply enough Doom. I don't think this is good. So I will not take it. No need to block yet. Now there is. You know what? I am going to go ahead and kill this guy, even though he does revive. Simply because I don't want to deal with it. Really? That's a shame. Alright, well, you live just barely. You will die this turn, though. Although I need to defend. Which I think I can do, yes. Because Austy's health counts as defense. Negative pulse, I take. Because it gives doom to everybody. I need to make sure that I defend here. Unfortunately, I didn't draw any of my good defending cards. So I might just block twice. Here... I'm now blocking for enough. So I can go ahead and do that. And then one more turn and you'll be dead. You do it with just a strike. And can I block for enough? Yes, but only because Aussie already had health to spare. I actually couldn't. Okay, so I did my math wrong. It was only 1 health though, so... I think I don't take any of that. See what the shop has for me. Another negative pulse might be good. But prolong might be good as well. I definitely want to remove a card though, so I don't think I can take prolong. But I can take another negative pulse. And let's upgrade maybe one of the death's doors. Yeah, let's upgrade a death's door. Alright, so this dude has a thing where the first 9 times you take damage, you don't. Pretty much. It's only 1 damage, but it's essentially none. However, I don't think Doom is affected by this. What it does mean though is that Fisticuffs is not effective for block. So I need the negative pulse here if I want to do any block at all. It also means Blight Strike is not effective. Okay. So I think eventually I'm going to have to start eating through those. But I don't have to yet. Here, I block again. It's not enough, though. Maybe I should have drunk the Dex Potion. Okay. Another one of those, a Death's Door, and another block. You are giving me wounds. You're just upgrading, so I just want to give as much Doom as I can. And in the absence of Doom, which I don't have an absence of Doom, actually. Alright. I will be taking damage here, I think. But I should live the fight. At least that's the hope. I am blocking for enough already. Only need a little bit more doom before you are dead. Like this round, if I get a decent card, I'll kill. And I didn't get a decent card. Okay. Well, that sucks. The opportunity arises again, and I get it. So you die at the end of this turn. And that is what I like to see. Very good. End of Days is good because if I get it, if I play it, and they end up with enough. Actually, is that a power? No, it's a skill. Okay. If they end up with enough, then I don't need to survive the turn because they can no longer attack me. I don't know what this means. But I guess we'll see. I want to go probably up the middle, honestly. So that I have the option for the elite if I feel confident. This guy is unfortunate because it reduces all damage over 9 to 9. Okay, so what it means, I guess, is that either it's every other turn or every third. I guess we'll figure out. However, damage dealt does not count doom. So this guy's gonna die. I will block again so that I don't end up taking damage. Okay, so it's every other turn, it seems. Which is good. Double block from the first card every other turn. So you're gonna die. Which means I might as well just hit you. And then kill you next turn. There we go. This is tempting. But I think I have enough blocking cards. I think I'm at the point where I need to start limiting what I take into the deck. Okay, well here I definitely want to block. I can't block for enough, though. Oh, and this is the guy who's gonna try to leave. Right. So I need to kill him fast, because otherwise he does leave, even if I give him enough doom on his last turn. And what did he take? He took a no escape. Okay, that is a really bad card for him to take, because I really like that card. So this is the last turn that Doom will kill him. Unless I draw End of Days next turn. Shoot, I need another Doom. Or I guess I could just hit him. So he'll die at the end of this turn. I do take some damage though. An upgraded Blight Strike I will take. And here... there's nothing here good enough for me to not remove a card from my deck. And then we leave. I don't want to take the Elite here. I might take this one up here, though. What? Okay, somehow I thought I was going this way, but I guess or somehow I thought that my next thing was the rest site, but apparently I just missed something. Alright. Toxic sucks, but it is damage and not HP that gets lost, so it can be blocked, is my understanding. I do take some damage here. I might end up needing to heal at the rest site. You're at 38. I would need to deal 10 damage. I'll throw the weakness potion. It doesn't matter what I do. I'm taking quite a bit of damage here because I didn't have the ability to block. And again, I'm taking a huge amount of damage here. But at least you're dead this turn. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna have to heal at this rest site. And I'm definitely not going for the Elite. End of Day is definitely not worth it here. I don't have any way to to block the moment. Hopefully I draw one now. Good enough. Okay. You're not attacking, so... Not blocking for enough. Unfortunately, my understanding is that this will give none. Sorry, I was just watching the replay to make sure, but yeah, I'm pretty sure it gave none. So... again, I guess I'm gonna take a bunch of damage. Okay. 29, not enough to kill. Would it be, though, if I did a bite strike right now? Because I could drink that potion. And it doesn't matter, I already messed it up, if that would have been enough. It wouldn't have been, though. Alright. Well, I do block for enough here, which is good. And that's enough. So next turn you should die, and you're not even attacking me. Very good. Nothing here that's good enough to take. Unfortunately, next up is another fight. If I play this now, you do die immediately. However, I don't think it's worth it. Because I can do this and block for enough. And then... is 6 enough? It is. It actually didn't matter though, because... well... what was I gonna say? I only had 1 energy anyway. 8 damage is better than 7 doom. So, I do that. And then here, I need to block for a bunch. Can I do that? No. No, I can't. I can get at Death's Door, though. Oh, Death's Door is guaranteed if I draw a card. Okay. Then I just do that. I block for a bunch, and then... do that, and then a few more doom, and you'll be dead. I do, of course, need to live. Which is not happening here. Okay, then. You're not going to apply any doom because you're not going to actually deal damage. So that's the issue. I mean, I might as well play it. Oh, wait a minute. What? It counts what goes in the block. That's interesting. Well, I'm very low on health now. Every 10th attack you play deals double damage. Interesting. That doesn't really help me, though, because it doesn't deal double doom. And now here I'm kind of in a pickle, because... I'm at 11 health. And as you can probably imagine, 11 health is not good. The only good thing is that I have enough block to where theoretically it can do a lot. However, in practice, I'm not going to draw it every time I need it. I need to throw a weak here. And I still take damage, but there's nothing else I can do. And at least you die after this turns. So at least I make it to the rest site. Now I'm below 30 health. Probably want to get rid of strikes at this point. Definitely not going for the elite. Not with this much health. Okay. So, let's apply some Doom. No reason to block because you're not attacking me. What is this? Ooh. Okay. This is the guy that's really bad for me. I might just die here. And by might, I mean I do. At least I'm pretty sure. Okay, so I apply Doom, Death's Door. That is enough block. Again, I can apply Doom. And then Death's Door. Still it is enough block, okay. And I need, any of these are work, so... Okay, so I do live the fight. There is, of course, another fight, then a rest site, and then it's the frickin' boss. So... yeah, I'm not confident, if that wasn't obvious. Now the thing about these eggs is that Doom actually does not kill them. However, I do need to block, and doing it like this is simply simply the most effective way, even if the Doom doesn't do anything on the other people. Now it will now, though. It's just that when it hatches, the Doom wears off, as you can see. If I do this, it would be great, because it would kill the 3 guys in the front, but this guy would have hit me for 7. So, is it possible for me to block for enough to where I take less? No. It's not. So I think I'm just gonna have to tank the 7. dead. Okay. Well, at least I've made it to the boss. Looks like it's the crab, which actually I could have known if I had looked at it. I'm not sure how my deck is going to go against the crab. But this is not a good start. I need to block again. Well, folks, this might be it. Yep. I think that might be it. Technically, I am still alive, which, you know, is good, but is it enough? And to that I say, probably not. Okay. It is still better to face this direction, so I'm not going to turn. I really need a card that I didn't get. Well then, folks, I believe that's a wrap. I made it longer than I thought I would once I got down low in health. But it definitely was not a very good run. I did not even make it to the last floor. This is another placeholder. This story is unknown while you were viewing this epoch during an early access stage, okay? Well then. Let's keep going with the Necro Binder. And let's transform a card. I guess we're going for Doom again. Which is funny, because I just lost with Doom. But I suppose that is simply how the cookie crumbles sometimes. Alright, immediately taking damage, not a good sign. But at least you're dead. You know what? Maybe Souls would be an interesting build. Never tried them before. So truly, I don't know. It will be good for card draw, that's for sure. I don't know if they'll be good for anything else. Like, I don't know if there's any powers that make them deal damage when played or something. I should, I just don't remember. Okay, here I want to block. And then... again, I block. And then here I kill. Alright. Seems to really want me to do Doom. Let's transform another card. Asti deals damage. Well, that's kind of bad for me. Honestly, I think I'm going to remove that instead of one of the strikes. And then there's nothing else here that I want. So we go and upgrade. And we upgrade what? Go negative pulse. Having more splash damage is good, and I cannot afford anything in this fight except or in this shop except this, which actually isn't horrible for a Doom build. And then another smith. I will take this upgrade. And then, do I want to take the elite? I think not, because I want to go here where I can potentially go into the shop. Or even take another elite if I feel confident then. Alright. So, I could add Doom to the guy in the back, but I think I'd rather just kill him. And then I can add Doom to this guy. I am slimed, but there are worse effects. And then... that might have been a bad decision. I probably should have summoned so that I take less damage. Actually, no. I only took 1 damage. That's fine. And here, you are just going to die because you are not actually attacking. Very good. Another negative pulse I will take. What relic do I get? A toad. Procure a potion-shaped rock at the start of each combat. Okay. Let's take the elite, see how it goes. You're not attacking me, so blocking doesn't do anything. So I just need to deal damage. Ah, it's this guy. Yes. Not a big fan. Definitely want to block here. Important to note that this... Oh, it is damage. I thought this said lose 3 HP. Which is different. Okay. Because it means it can be blocked. And you're just dead, right? Very good. Here... Definitely want to apply the Doom to every enemy. And then I guess just block a bunch. Because I don't have any other cards. And then I did not get another one that would allow me to hit every enemy. Which is a shame. But what I can do is kill a guy before the next turn, so I'll hit the guy in the back. And hopefully negative pulse isn't enough. That is a shame. I can hit the guy in the back again though. Guess I could have thrown the dynamite. It's too late now, though. Taking some damage here. Hopefully you die this turn, though. You're not even hitting me. I forgot about that. Oh, no. I should have blocked. I could have blocked, and I didn't. That's a throw. Oh, boy. Deals 2 additional damage for each soul in your exhaust pile. Summon 3x times, add x souls into your draw pile. See, these are all cards that go with souls, but it's a bit late to pivot. So I'm not going to take any of them. I'll rest here and then fight the next elite instead of going for the shop. Save my money for the next guy. Now unfortunately this Doom is not getting negated. However, this one isn't. Alright. I definitely want to do that, and then well, this isn't good. But at least you die after this. Another Scourge I think I take. Alright. You gain a strength at the end of every turn. Remember to throw the rock. You're at 44. I need you at 66, so you're 22 away. I cannot get you there. Unless I get that. Which, you know, I got. I am taking damage here, though. But that is another elite down, which means another relic. I don't think I want any of this. What power do I have? Oh, it's this one. I haven't even used it, though. I think I want to enchant the negative pulse with nimble. I need more block. And then here, Ice Smith. And we upgrade Scourge. Because I think that I can win this fight. It's this dude. Okay. I will. I think it will be beneficial in the long run. I'm taking damage here, but I can't do anything about it. And by I mean Austie, but you grow more powerful. Alright. Again, I block. Keep adding Doom. You are going to die probably in 1 or 2 turns. Hopefully this turn, at the end of it anyway, you will die. And I do live. Get rended, idiot. Everyone point and laugh. Alright. Do I want to take end of days? I guess so. Well, out of all of these two are simply bad. I definitely don't want these. So I guess I'm forced to take Golden Compass. Now, of course, this does force me into whatever I get. But there are quite a few rest sites here. So hopefully I live. Immediately taking damage isn't great, so I will go ahead and drink the potion that I just got. And then hopefully at the end of this turn I'm able to kill you. I am. And as a bonus, I also live. So that's pretty cool. I don't think I want another negative pulse. I think I have enough. I think my deck is fine as is, unless I get a good card. Oh, well. I don't have a choice here, do I? And between a power and a 0 cost, I'll take the power. That's useless. Okay. So, here, I could, of course, kill them all at the end of their turn. However, I would die. Or not die, but I would take up 12 damage, and that's not something that I would prefer to do. So instead, I am in fact going to try to not do that. Well, I can't block for enough, but it doesn't mean I shouldn't try. I realize now that due to this, I would have only taken 8 damage. So if I end up taking more than 8 damage, then it would have been better to not have done this fight at all and just played the other card at the start. However, as it stands, I think I'm in a decent position for that to not be the case. Only one guy left to deal with, and you are dead. I'm an idiot. End of days would have made me take 0 damage. I forgot that it rendered them immediately. Why did I even do the fight? I almost just did that. That would have not been good. I think I do End of Days Plus, because that is powerful. And again, this time I'm actually in a situation where I take 12 or 8, it's 8 damage if I do End of Days. But can I block enough to where it is worth it to not do it? No, I can only block for 5. So, this is simply the better option. And here, I can do this, and kill you like so. Oh, I almost just discarded that. That would have been bad. Luckily I didn't. So you're dead. Very good. Tempting. I take. What is your upgrade? Probably not worth it. Now the reason I did this is because it is a less powerful version of End of Days. However, I can play another card with it. I want to upgrade Negative Pulse, I think. I will obtain a Relic for Flex, yeah. Upgrade 2 random skills. What did it upgrade? It upgraded a Defend and what? Bodyguard. Could have been worse. Could have been 2 Defends, but could have been far better as well. This also could have been far better. Actually, could it have? Do I even have any attacks? Not really. That couldn't have gone any better. I don't have any attacks in my build. Add 3 random attacks to your draw pile. They're free to play this combat. Or do I remove a card from my deck? Let's take Metamorphosis. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 4 block. Yeah, return the key. Alright, a shop. What do I want to do? Do I want another Scourge? Maybe. Honestly, all of these relics are decent. I might take all 3. And I might remove Metamorphosis, to be honest. Actually, no. Page Storm is worse. I definitely remove Page Storm. And I'll take all the relics. I mean, there's no reason not to. Not really, anyway. Oh boy, it's this dude. Okay, well, I guess let's just block. My goal here is to make you all die on the same turn, or at least close to it. Of course, that might not be possible. And I'm also taking a decent amount of damage here. If I do this, I take a whole bunch of damage, but I don't have any way to block. I need to do this first, at least, so that I have a chance of getting a block. I didn't. Okay. Well then. I just need to tank the damage then, I guess. But at least they all die at the end of the turn. And that's the only thing I can look up to. What was this? No longer encountered in question mark rooms. That's actually not horrible. Upgrade 3 random cards in your discard pile. No thank you. Rest site. I rest here. Alright, it's this guy. Whenever you're hit by an attack, you add dazed. However, I don't really do attacks. So that's fine, I think. Definitely don't want to do end of days here. Maybe I should have friendshipped. But it's too late now. You're not attacking me, and I don't want to hit you with attacks. So I guess I'll just Deathbringer. Again, you're not gonna kill, so I don't want to use you. If I draw it again, though, it might be time. Here you're not attacking, so I just keep applying Doom. And here, I need to find End of Days. I think it's the only way I get out of this. Oh no, wait, I made a severe miscalculation. Okay. Well, then I need to block. At least you're dying, but I'm taking a lot of hits. Gonna need a heal at the end of this as well. What was this? The first time you lose HP each combat, draw 3 cards. Okay, I mean, I guess. Alright. You're not hitting me. So can I deal more than 37 this turn? No. I don't think I can. I'm also going to go ahead and throw the rocks. Okay. This is the gimmick. I die if I get too close, and the only way to run away are these cards here. Ooh. Okay, well, at least you're not attacking this turn. And I will do this now because I don't need to defend. And I might as well also increase Sandpit. Okay. Now do I want to scourge or escape? Let's escape. So that I don't end up in a situation where I am cooked. Although I already am in that situation here, because I can't block. Lovely. Okay, well, let's at least apply weak. And... okay. Well, I might be cooked. Not gonna lie. I still need like 120 damage. Okay, I really need to start escaping. Okay. So... sorry, I had to do some moderation. What's the draw? Yeah, I think the run ends here. Well, I think that that might be where I call it. It is a bit early, but it's also getting to be dinner time for me, and I'm getting hungry, so I will see you next weekend, and I might ask my brother if he wants to play with me. We'll see. But I'll see you then. Goodbye.